Hello. This is going to be a daily tarot reading for December 13th, which is today. And if you would like to skip through this part straight to the beginning of the reading, there's a timestamp down below in the description box. This reading is not sign related, so anybody can watch it. And we shall see what comes out for today. This reading may or may not resonate for you. It just depends. Some parts might, some parts might not. And if you're curious about what decks I'm using, the names of those are down below in the description box as well. I guess that one wanted to come out. Here, let me move these so you can see them. There we go. I don't know why I wanted to turn that over. Okay, 3 more to go. Okay. Let's see what these are. Okay, I think I'm going to pick one more on the top part and then I'll get started. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet today. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'll still be able to pull off this reading for you, but I'm not feeling all that chatty. Okay, one more. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Be right back. Okay, here I am. All right. These two came out together. Your central focus for the day, or the theme of the day, seems to be whether you express yourself or hold certain things in. Because you have be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. And then there is secrets. With these two, there is also soulmates. So, what I'm seeing here, and keep in mind this reading may or may not resonate for you. It's for a collective, so what I'm seeing here is I'm going to give you a couple of different versions of it. One version is that you are in a relationship with possibly with a soulmate where maybe you've been keeping certain things to yourself, or they have, or you feel like you have grown distant from each other. Perhaps you haven't been expressing your love to each other as much as you used to, and you're wanting to bring this in more, of wanting the two of you to realize how special the relationship is and to make an effort to express affection, remember the reasons on why you came together, and to open up possibly about things that you've been holding in. And secrets can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything nefarious or that threatens the relationship. It just seems like you've been keeping certain things to yourself instead of expressing them, and so you may need to get back on the same page again, or to remember the reasons on why you came together and to work together more, or to show each other how much you care. Another version is that if you are not in a relationship, you may be longing for one, or you may be wanting to draw this in, but it may be hard for you to open up and to really show what you wish, or show others what you would like, or to show others affection or that you care. Some parts of you may have been shut down because of experiences in the past where when you did express yourself, you weren't received well, or you weren't listened to, or possibly past relationships where secrets were kept from you, and you may have drawn in partners in the past that didn't know how to express their love or didn't know how to be affectionate with you. Or this could even stem back from a long time ago in your childhood. Maybe your parents didn't show each other as much love as they could have, or there were secrets in the family where people did not show each other affection. So it might be that you have feelings for someone that you haven't expressed, and you have a secret love or a secret attraction or a secret love for someone that you need to express. This could also be going on around you. And soulmates can be all different kinds of soulmates too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. Soulmates can be best friends, they can be family members, your children, they can be a lot of different people. And it may be that you long to find your soulmates, but you're having a hard time showing what you truly long for. I'm getting like a feeling of being stoic, or just not having a hard time showing your vulnerability to ask for what you want or to express how you actually feel. You may be a mystery to other people where they just don't know where you're coming from because you don't express what's in your innermost heart or what's really going on inside of you. Okay, so you have Major Arcana Justice. I want to find out a little bit more about that before I start talking. Tell me more about justice. Okay, let me pick one more from here. If you're interested in knowing what decks I'm using, the names are down below in the description box. And actually, I'm kind of excited because I just ordered a few new decks that I'm excited about receiving in the mail. A lot of them are ones that I have wanted for a long time. I got three new decks. Okay. All right, I need a little bit more information before I start talking. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna say what I see. So there's Major Arcana Justice, the King of Wands. Oops. Lilies and the Key. So one potential I'm seeing in here is that you may be involved with some kind of legal court case or deciding factor, making a major decision about something to do with a man, which is the King of Wands here. I'm going to go into other explanations too, but this is the first one that stood out, is that this is an actual person in your life. This could be an ex, it could be a partner, it could be somebody in, you know more than me if this is somebody in your life that you're having to deal with possibly a court issue. You may be afraid that this person is going to color you in the wrong way or bring the wrong information to the table concerning things, but I wouldn't worry about that because the lilies and the key is in here. It's saying things should be fair. If you feel that the other party involved is not being fair in the process, it will be discovered and dealt with, so you don't have to worry about being overcome by that. This could also be a court thing that settles in your favor, or you receive positive change in your life because of this, because you stood up for yourself or you decided enough was enough. This can also be an aspect of yourself. This could also be someone who is testifying on your behalf, or somebody who's an ally who's involved with you in some kind of court case. Court cases aside, and this being another person aside, I would say that you are stepping into a place of authority within, where you feel stronger in yourself, you feel more capable, you feel a natural sense of authority within your own being, which is radiating out and creating a lot of balance in your life. Things are balancing out because you are taking matters into your own hands, or you are utilizing your own personal power instead of holding back or not showing yourself. This is you may need to assert yourself about something, and you may have been quiet about something for a long time or just kept certain things to yourself, but it looks as though you're ready to bring things out into the open where they can actually be dealt with. This can also be let me pick one more. Give me another perspective on this, in case there's anything else that needs to be said about justice here. Regeneration. You may be coming out of a period of being dormant, and now new life is being breathed into you, or you see things starting to stir and move around in your life in a way that was quiet before, stagnant before. You got regeneration. So I would just say trust the process, continue to stand in your power, believe that good things are there for you and that things are coming into balance and becoming regenerated again if they were dormant before. And this is interesting. You got the key, and then if you notice in the secrets card, there's a keyhole in the moon, and she's holding keys. She has a ring of keys that she's holding in her hand. So something's becoming unlocked that was closed off before, where it's being opened up. You may be finding it easier to be willing to express your love or express yourself, period, which is bringing you really good results by doing that, by being brave and showing aspects of your heart or yourself that normally you have in the past kept closed off. You may be expressing something today that matters a great deal to you and somebody else. Okay. So you have the Ace of Swords. This could be a decision you make, a new idea that you have, some kind of communications that comes your way through your phone, text, the computer, a phone call. So let's find out more about that. You may be seeing things more clearly. You may receive clarity about something. You may be coming up with solutions on how to resolve issues or problems between two totally different parties or people. There's co-create, and notice it's a cheetah and a little owl that have co-created to make this very strange looking odd egg. Who knows what will hatch out of that egg? Two very different creatures have come together to create something that has never existed before, because it had to take them to create that egg. Wisdom and power. Owls is wisdom and seeing into the dark, and cheetah is stealth, and mostly known for its swiftness, right? By how fast it runs. Wisdom moving quickly. Wisdom and muscle power working together. You may receive inspiration about a solution to an issue on how two very opposite or very different people, parties, situations can work together and come up with solutions for very particular situations, or a new idea for something that you would like to co-create with either a partner or just create on your own by utilizing totally different aspects of yourself. Let me see if I get anything else. That things you didn't think could work together in the before, you now are realizing can work together. Or to reconcile two very different parts of yourself to realize they all form you. New directions. You're coming up with ingenious ideas on how to move forward into new directions and to evolve situations for the better, to come into balance. Okay, then you have the Five of Wands, which on the deck it says disappointment and obstacles. Okay. Let me pick one to go with that. Yeah, sometimes working things out can be one of the most difficult things. But it seems like a very good possibility in here. If there's been conflict, disagreements, people not getting along, different aspects of yourself arguing with each other, between soulmates, expressing love, justice, and co-create in here, I see things that you thought were incapable of being resolved have the possibility to be resolved. Or for a conflict to turn into peace or understanding. But let's see. Yeah, you're having conflict on whether or not you should stick with something and continue to build it, or whether you should start fresh on a completely different path. And you're trying to come up with a solution for this, or figure out which one of these things, or if it's even possible to do both. It may be that if this does have to do with a relationship, that one of you wants to strike out into a new path or a new way of being, while the other partner is still perfectly content to stick with how things are and to continue to build what is already there. And so it's creating conflict in the relationship. Whoever it is in the relationship that wants to strike out into a new direction may have kept it to themselves in the relationship because they knew that the other partner was completely invested in how things have been and will continue to grow based off of how they have been or it has been, which is creating conflict in the relationship, even though you guys seem to be soulmates. And there has to be some way to work this out if you want to continue to have a relationship with each other. You're both equally matched but very different from each other. But either way, no matter what, you will receive clarity today on, or see things more clearly where you can kind of deal with them better. If this didn't have to do with a relationship, then I would say this is going on within yourself. Do you continue to be who you have been, continue to express things in the way that you have been, to keep up with what you've already been doing to maintain stability, or do you want to move into a completely different direction? You seem pretty torn. There may be some way to work this out where you can continue to cultivate both of those things. Your need for security or reliability or rules in with adventure. Or to still have a sense of knowing what the heck you're doing mixed in with adventure, where you may not have to choose one over the other. You may be able to come up with a new way for yourself to express both. And then you have the anchor, which is reminding me of the builder. You may have become bored, restless, discontented just simply because things aren't exciting. Or you don't feel like you're evolving or growing or changing. You may be a passionate sort that needs to be constantly challenged or given new adventures in order to feel alive. You may have become too stagnant and you don't like it, even though there are reasons to stay there. It's still not fulfilling you. So let's see. Anything else about this? You've come to the edge of a situation where you can't stay in how things have been. And in a way, at this point, you are willing to shake things up or take risks in order to change the energy where it isn't so stagnant, and where certain things, you've come to the edge of an experience of being anchored where you're ready to go, or you're ready to be free, or you're ready to switch things up. You may be throwing caution to the wind and just deciding to impulsively start something or change things simply because it's become intolerable on how bored you are with the same experience. I'm looking at these two. They even look similar, the two women. They both have long dark hair. This has come to the edge. You've come to the edge of this where it's going to drive you crazy if you don't do something to shake things up. That's the feeling that I'm getting from it. And the next card next to those is time to go. So, yeah, certain things, certain ways of doing things from the past need to come to an end, or you need to leave that experience behind in order to come up with a way or a solution or a hybrid solution to pursuing new things in your life. It's time to go. It's time to experience something different, to go in a new direction. You may have been keeping this to yourself instead of expressing the fact that you need this. It may make things a little bit more complicated for a relationship, or just how you show yourself to other people. Okay, so let me pick one last message for you, and then I'll go. Hopefully that helped or resonated for someone. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. That is very, very similar to be willing to express love. Be willing to express love and demonstrate love. Maybe because you've been feeling bored, you haven't been showing other people that you really appreciate them. Because they're still there, even though internally you're going through all these other things. You may have been keeping it to yourself, and so they may not be aware of what's going on with you, as you know. But you have to realize they're there right now in front of you, so you need to express the fact that you value them. This is making me feel a certain feeling that I've encountered with doing readings for people in the past, where someone in a relationship gets bored only to become so restless that they end up doing something to sabotage the relationship just to create change, only to realize later on that they didn't value what they actually had. So this, to me, there is a tiny bit of a warning, I guess, in here, or a lesson in here that is, if you need to go, then go. If you're going to stay, then you need to appreciate what you have now. I'm getting kind of a weird feeling in here of constantly looking to the future, or constantly looking to what's possible out there, instead of truly just appreciating where you are here and now in the moment and the things that you have now. If things have become so stagnant that you need to shake things up in order to create change, there are other ways of doing it than to sabotage the things that you have now that you've been taking for granted. And flip it too, if it makes more sense the other way around. And if this didn't have to do with an actual relationship that you're in, it's saying a similar message for yourself in your life, where yes, you need to evolve. Yes, you need change. Yes, you need adventure. But there is a way to combine that with what you have now, rather than feeling as though you need to scrap something in order to begin something. Because later on, you may realize that you took that for granted. So appreciate the things that you have now as well. And if you absolutely cannot do that, then it really is time to just take a leap and move into a new direction, and hope that you can find yourself in a place where not only are you able to demonstrate love and be willing to express love to others, but where others around you do that for you as well. So, okay. Take care, you guys. See you soon. Bye.